What's up everyone, it's Challenger here. The DGLO 2022 FPO side has concluded. Before we go any further, there's gonna be spoilers because this is a recap. So we're gonna talk about the results, we're gonna talk about the winners, we're gonna talk about, well, the tournament in general. So if you don't want to spoil it or haven't been able to spoil it, even though the social media is full of the results already, I recommend skipping the video. And I also want to say a disclaimer because, well, my previous round 2 video of the DGLO FPO side got a lot of hate in the comments. I didn't receive hate, but one of the players received a lot of hate, and I don't want to see that again in the comment section. So if there's any hate towards any single player outside of disc golf, I'm gonna probably just make the comments disappear. Because this video is all about talking about the results of the DGLO, about who won, how did players play, and about disc golf. So let's keep the comment section like that. If you want to talk about other things, you can go to other places. I'm sure you already know what places I'm talking about. Now that we got those out of the way, let's talk about the results. Natalie Ryan, as I stated after the first round, Natalie Ryan won. I said after the first round that if Natalie Ryan corrected her shots from the tee and her putting, she would probably be in the contention of winning. And now we're here, and Natalie Ryan won. Emily Paige and Scoggins were tied on the second place, and Valerie Mandujano and Paige were tied for 4th. Relatively the same that we saw in the previous 2 rounds, except my favorite, Scoggins, had the hot round with -8 and catapulted herself into the second place. I was so freaking happy because, well, Scoggins is one of my favorite players in disc golf in general. She has the 2 things I don't have: a forehand and a great putting technique. Well, she's one of the best putters, and I don't have a forehand, and I'm relatively bad in putting. I'm getting better, but still I have a long way to go. So those are the reasons why I love Scoggins. Enough of Scoggins. Let's talk about results. So let's start with the 4th place finishers. Let's start with Paige Pierce, who struggled a lot from the first hole. From the first shot from the tee, I already noticed that there's something wrong with Paige, and she appeared really nervous, and that continued the whole round. I'm not gonna bash Paige like any more than necessary, because, well, Paige is a winner, and we're gonna see Paige rebound from here and probably win the next event. But I have to say that Paige played really badly the 3rd round, and it showed again. She was really nervous. She was not happy about how things were going. So that's the reason why Paige is 4th. Actually, Paige was 5, but Valerie Mandujano, who was also 4th, messed it up in the last hole. She bogeyed, and that's the reason why Paige is also tied for 4th place. Because Valerie Mandujano, she would have been 4th alone if she made it the last putt, but she didn't. So they were tied for. Valerie Mandujano in general played a really awesome tournament. She played 2 rounds bogey-free. Unfortunately, she decided to play the worst round as the last round. And the only bogey she got was on the last round. Which, if you take the 3 bogeys away, she would have been 2nd. And probably because Valerie Mandujano knows how to win, she could have pressured Natalie Ryan, and Natalie could have made some mistakes, and Valerie could have won. So unfortunately, Valerie had the worst round on the last round. But again, Valerie's a winner, so we probably will see Valerie in the next events again in the top 5. Then we get to my Scoggins. I was so ecstatic to see that Scoggins was playing consistent, and in the last round she shifted on the 6th gear and just decided, okay, I'm going for it. And she finished 2nd, which is incredible considering Scoggins isn't the youngest player, but she's still in the top 5 with all these young guns. And what a round. Bogey-free round, -8. Putting was on par. Her forehand plays. I even saw on throw a couple of backhands. That's how confident Scoggins was in the last round. She threw a couple of backhands. She's just an incredible player, and I love watching it. My wife also, she's our family favorite from the FPO side. And then Emily Paige. Emily Paige tied Scoggins for 2nd, and Emily Paige told after the 2nd round that she's not gonna take unnecessary risks going into the last round, and she actually did just that. But I think she should have taken a couple of risks, considering how close she was to winning this. At one point, the separation between Natalie and Emily was just one stroke. That's how close they were. So I think Emily could have, if she wanted to, win this by taking a couple of risks. But of course, they're not called risks for no reason. There's always the other side of the coin. If maybe the risks didn't like go through, and she could have poked them and actually dropped even further. It's always like a double-edged sword to take risks in a situation where you have played well and you don't have to take risks, but if you take risks, you could possibly do something, hypothetically. So I actually applaud Emily for sticking to her game plan and executing it. And she was second. And I enjoy watching Emily Paige play. I think her throwing from the tee reminds me a lot from Evelina Salonen, so it's actually good to have another hard hitter from the tee. And she's a left-handed player, so I think that's going to be a curveball to many players in the upcoming events if Emily keeps playing like this. Then we go to the winner, Natalie Ryan, who, again, I predicted after the first round that Natalie could win this if she throws better from the tee and makes those easy birdie putts that she missed on the first round. And she did just that. On the second round, it was incredible to watch, and she got the lead in the second round through one of the best rounds, I think, ever. I don't know. And she just played it safe on the third round. That's the reason why Emily Paige got so close. But she did what was necessary and got the W. And this was Natalie's first win, and I'm really happy for her because it's always special to get the first win. She's been close before. She was second at OTP behind Paige Pierce. She lost by 4 strokes then. But other than that, she hasn't been close to winning. So this is a great thing for Natalie, and I hope all the best for her. And who knows, maybe we'll see her more in the top. Who knows? Basically, the next event will show how much of a confidence boost Natalie will get from here. Going into the next event. But yeah, that was my recap of the FPO DGLO 2022. Leave a comment down below. Who's your favorite FPO player and why? Let's keep it positive. Like, I'm relatively new to the disc golf community, and I'm not liking seeing so much hate in the community. Let's build the community to be something beautiful, not something hateful. I think that's something we could all stand behind. Like, hating gets us nowhere. It actually makes everything just worse for everyone. Let's start having fun and enjoying things and creating a beautiful community full of beautiful people with different backgrounds and from different areas of life. Before I say thanks for watching, remember to subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you get notified every time I make a video, because there's gonna be other videos too, besides recaps, like throwing videos and probably some vlogs too, because I tend to like talking a lot. Like the video. Natalie Ryan's interview will be next. So now I say thanks for watching. See you guys on the next one. Here's Natalie Ryan, the last part, and the interview.
It's too big a moment.
Natalie, I was counting on it.
She has the room.
Yeah,
it's okay. That didn't matter.
Congrats to Natalie.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Discraft Great Lakes Open champion, Natalie Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, wow! Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you so much for being here today and being such an amazing crowd. And thank you for all of my spectator management team. Guys, there you have autograph pen over here. Over here. Over here.
Here we go.
And joining us now is our champion, Natalie Ryan. And, well, let me start there. How does that sound to you?
It sounds incredible. I can't even believe I'm standing here.
Hard-fought battle this weekend. There's a lot of talk going on. and you have to mentally and physically dig through all of it and push forward. How do you do that?
Well, my caddy helps more than he knows. Just keep myself centered, turn off notifications, Just got to keep my head in it.
I saw a long embrace just after you had tapped in for your final putt. What are some of the feelings, maybe of validation or of triumph? What are some of those feelings for you?
I don't know what to feel right now. I'm falling apart on the inside. I'm proud of myself today.
You certainly should be. Well, on hole 14, you went into it with a 2-stroke lead, and by the time it was done, that lead was cut in half. You had the errant approach shot, and then we thought we had a battle, but then you came right back on 15. You threw a perfect approach shot. How do you reset yourself, and what is it like to have all that pressure on the line?
Well, I knew I needed to focus up, and that's what I did. I centered myself, stopped thinking about where everyone else was, and just played the course.
We saw your fellow teammates, or card mates, I should say, Paige, Pierce, and everyone else on the card, very supportive of what you were doing out here today and how you've been playing throughout this entire weekend. What does it mean to feel like you belong here playing with the rest of these competitors?
It means the world to me. Before this tournament, I'd taken a couple weeks off to get my mental health in a little bit better shape, and being able to come here and then shoot as well as I have just after talking with many people and trying to recover myself from the last few months, it's been something special.
All right, I know we're going to talk to you a little bit later, but for now, is there anything else you want to say to the world and the thousands of people watching?
I love you, Mom and Dad, and go check out Neptune Discs.
All right, she's your champion here at the 2022 Great Lakes Open, Natalie Ryan.